and whatever like how we have planned, we'll just follow the exact one. Let's go to the first page. Sorry. Yeah. And this is the GPU one. So again, for GPU, we have multiple packages. Okay, we have bigger packages, we have smaller packages. How we should start? Either we should follow this procedure, like start from bigger packages and then place the smaller package like that. So what I do, I always start from the smaller package. Why? Because see, where we basically place the bigger packages, the responsibility of bigger packages or bigger capacitors is to provide if there is extra current required, right? So that current will be flow through the capacitor. So there will be, you can say, because of that high current requirement, there will be not any voltage dip. Okay, so that's why we place these bulk capacitors to fulfill that requirement. So again, where we should place those capacitors? Those capacitors should be, the order is first the bulk capacitor, then the bypass capacitors, because the purpose of bypass capacitors is to remove the noises, right? Whatever the high frequency noise on the line, it will be bypassed through those capacitors. And then we place the load, or you can say the chip, right? So again, the selection will be like this. And again, this is, I guess you people have already placed or designed so many board. So whatever the selection, you can say the order you will follow, it will be the same during the placement. Here we go. Now the placement. So again, you have two options. Either you can go for this like this placement, okay, or you have this as well. So firstly, I'll start with this one, and where you how you have to place the component. So VR should be at the middle of those. Okay. So again, how we have to connect those? So it will be like this. Okay. So when we do the routing at the bottom plane or the bottom side of the board, it will be connected through that VR. Okay. So orientation or the order should be like this, and here we have to avoid the VR placement on the pad of the component, because when you go for the the flow soldering or some other methods of soldering, those VRs can be the solder can flow through those VRs. Okay, so at the beginning, I would suggest just don't think too much, like okay, there should not be VRs on the pad or something like that, because later during the design review or design optimization, we can adjust those VRs and we can just adjust the component as well. So for now, our priority is just fan out. Okay, so for these one, we have to place like this again. Okay, we have few more section here to route. Okay, anyways, just follow this one. What is the problem here? Hold on. So let's see till where we have placed all those components. So this is VDD GPU here as well. Let me check one more time. Okay, these are also VDD GPUs, right? R11. Yeah, okay. So similarly here we have to place those. So let's copy from there one more time. Control C. Go here. Just highlight those. Okay, during the highlight, its clearance is greater one. Okay, anyways. So here we're going to follow the same orientation. Okay, now select this one, Control C. You can see all those power nets are together, so we can easily place the polygon pore in this section. Okay, so let's see till where we have placed those component. This one the last, right? Okay, so just select these as well. Okay, so in this section we can place one more capacitors and just avoid the clearance problems. Similarly, here we have all the grounds on this section, right? So the orientation of the capacitors will be like this. Let's place one here. One in this section, because these are all the bulk capacitors that we are using, right? Here we have few clearance problems, so just select those, drag here. Okay, right? So now the next step is you have to just go to the bottom layer and just make those connections. Okay, so that we're going to do all together. Now let's select another one. So that is VDD logic. So for that, select this one more time, Control C, and place it here. So again, just tell me like what should be the orientation of component placement. So we have two pads here, right? And their individual grounds are here, right? So for these two, I'm just going to place V like that. Okay, for these two I'm just going to place V like that, and then it should be like it. So we have like grounds here and here, so the capacitor orientation can be in any direction, right? So the first thing will be, I hope you're getting right how I'm placing those. Control V, hold on. Okay, now select one, Control C. Okay, and these one pads, these will be like, this will just place a you can say a track on the top layer, so it's not much requirement here. Apart from that, so this is VDD logic. Just select all the components from smaller one to bigger one. So firstly, do one thing here, just apply a filter for component, so you don't need to select any tracks or anything like that. Later you can remove that. And one here. So how we have planned? We have planned one will be like this. Okay, another one will be like this, and rest of those start from this one. So here also we have grounds, right? So we can use one here, and for another one I'm going to use this. We have one more to connect. So just see, during the placement you are not blocking this section, because here also we have to place a lot of component, right? So instead of let's place it here. Instead of placing it in this direction, what else we can do? We can place like this. So here we'll have like one more space, some more space for these connections, right? Because here we have to place a lot of capacitors as well, and one we can place here. Okay, let's go for another one, and which is just go for the V. Okay, I just want to show you how, like here we don't have much space to place the capacitors, so we'll basically mask those. And later, like again the placement or the layout optimization, if you'll see some space, then we'll unmask those and import and try to fit those as well. Okay, so let's start with the same step. Firstly select this pair and just try to place those as well. So again follow the same thing. Now select one, Control C, Control V. Similarly here. Okay, now just select the capacitors from smaller to bigger packages, and it is this one, right? So again we have grounds in this section. We have ground here, right? In this section we don't have ground in this section, right? So what should be the orientation? Okay, I've selected the wrong one, I guess. This is blue. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what I was saying, we have two options to place this capacitor. One is this way, like this, like we are spreading those, you know, outside. That is one option. Another option is this one. So here you can see we have like power net and grounds together, right? So we have to follow this option. Similarly here. Okay, we have to remove this. We'll do that later. That's it. So you can see here we don't have a scope to place like lot of capacitors in this section. So for that, what we will do, we'll try to fit one more here, because we have 4 pads in this section, so each will have one. Yeah, so we'll just, you know, place these capacitors here, whatever these are. Okay, and from there we'll see what are these capacitors. So one will be this one, this 10 microfarad, another is here and here, right? So what we will do, we'll just mask those, and later during the placement optimization or layout optimization, we'll see if we'll have more space, we'll go for that. Okay, so that is not required, we'll remove this. Okay, for placing these one, let's shift this one in this direction. Okay, if I'll do in that, okay, so now we can place this one as well, because here we have one more ground that will be connected. And for VCC SDIO, if we have to connect a capacitor, then we'll use this ground. Okay, for these 3 capacitors, I'm just going to mask those really quick. So for masking any component, you have just click over the compile mask, and you have to just, you know, drag it like this, and it only masks the component. Okay, and if that component will be like this, not visible, you can ensure okay it is masked. Similarly, do for these two as well, quickly. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to import those changes. So design, import, execute. Close. Okay, so you can see those components are removed from here, but when we unmask those components will appear again and we have to place those. Apart from that, let's target this one for the big CPU, and here you can see what is your plan to place those. So here we have for these component we have one ground here, one ground here, and we have series of grounds in this section. So we'll place one V here. Let's start placing those. So just select this one more time, Control C. Okay, so the plan is one V will be like this. Sorry. Yeah. So one will be V will be like this. Right, so these two will be covered, and here we have one ground in this section, so those two capacitors will be connected here. For another one, for these two capacitor we'll use kind of same via, or you can place multiple vias like this. So what will happen, we'll use this ground as well. For these two connections, you can see for these two we have these two ground here and here. So for that, what we'll do, we'll place V in this direction. Okay, apart from that, for all these section we have series of grounds in this area, right? So what we'll do, V's will be like this. Okay, and yeah, for rest we'll see. So let's select one, Control C, Control V, just try to place those. Apart from that, for this one it will be like this. Okay, yeah, this is the plan. Let's start placing those capacitors and we'll see. So again, follow the same procedure. So I must say one more thing. So this is again not a final placement, and so this is just a fan out, right? From here we can say okay, we have fanned out each and every pin. We can able to fan out those with this placement. Now another thing is you have to just so for this case, so you'll see a lot of issues on this one. For example, here you can see this VI is coming on the pad. Similarly here in this section, this VI is completely on the pad, right? So to avoid those or to remove those VRs, then you have to again adjust the placement and try to place this VI some other place, so you can able to maintain that symmetry like that. So this is again the next step. Apart from that, let's select that as well. Okay, you can start the placement now. So for this one, what we have planned like this one. Okay, let's just start with this one and we'll see. One will be like this. For other, we're going to use these sections. So here we have to place two components. Apart from that, this is pretty straightforward, right? So just keep placing those. So the problem with bigger component is this one, right? So it kind of is skip one VR, right? Because of their size. So here we have this section as well, and let's see the grounds. Okay, one will be here, another you can place. So here we have this ground and one section. And one we can adjust here. Okay, let's avoid those clearance issues. Okay, so for this component, okay, how things will be routed. Okay, we have one here, right? Got it. So just copy that. And for this as well, right? So again, this is all about the visualization, like where you have to place the component, and just comes from practice, right? So you have to practice it several times. What next? Apart from that, okay, we have VDD center which is remaining. So where is that part? If I'll select that, okay, so these are all the VDD centers. Just highlight those. Okay, here we go. So for those, okay, so now the problem is how we can adjust this thing. So there is one issue with the placement, and to avoid that, you have to change the orientation. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have to just remove these VRs quickly, then we'll see. Okay, so for these we have two options again. For the component placement, either we can go like the VDD part of the capacitor pad will be in this direction. So there's one issue, we have to just make some more clearance or some more space on this section. So to do that, okay, so for VDDs, remove all these big capacitors from here. And where are others? These one. This, let it be. This one also remove. And just place all those small capacitors on this section as per the orientation. Start from here. Okay, let it be like that. Similarly here, just place these bigger capacitors. Okay, where is that Vi is coming from? Remove that Vi as well. Okay, so here we have to create some more space. So this is again, yeah, time taking process. Okay, anyways, so we almost solved this problem. Okay, let's see where from where we have removed the VRs. Okay, so just copy one VR from here, just place those quickly. So in this section we can't place VR because there is a ground underneath, right? So we can either route it directly or something like that. Similarly here, same problem with this one, so we can't place VR in this section. Let's see. Okay, so I guess till here we have solved this issue. Okay, now we can go for displacement.